Since 2001, the University of Waterloo has been hosting their annual robotics competition where tech students all face off in a variety of competitions. Patricia Lico has the story.
Some of the region's brightest high school students were at University of Waterloo on Friday, participating in the first robotics competition. First Canada was established in 2001 with a mission to inspire high school and elementary students to pursue further studies and careers in science, technology, and engineering. Over 30 teams were at the university working diligently to make sure their robot came out on top. High school student and competitor Faraz Hoda explains the time crunch each team is in when designing their robot.
At the beginning of the season, we're given 6 weeks. The game is released around January 5th, and we have to manage our time well to make sure that we're building the mechanical component, we're wiring up the controls, making our program. So we have different teams, and each of them spend different amounts of time, and that's about 10 hours a week, say, per team.
The robots are tested on their various abilities, some of which include getting this frisbee into that slot. Although these tasks seem simplistic, they require an advanced knowledge of robotics and engineering, and many of the teams receive mentorship from established engineers and developers. In addition to mentorship, the teams require quite a bit of financial aid to help pay to build their robot.
The parts they get just in the initial kit is over $10,000 of parts. So when you see a robot down there, not counting all the time and machine time that went into it, there's probably close to $10,000 in parts just in a basic machine. And some of the advanced machines, if you were to include time, they're looking at $50,000 for some of those machines.
All their hard work doesn't go without reward, as many awards are given at the end of the competition.
The most prestigious award that FIRST has is the Chairman's Award. And what the Chairman's Award is judging teams on how well they reach out to their community and to their fellow teams.
The winners of the first robotics competition will move on to the World Championships taking place in St. Louis, Missouri, where over 400 teams will be competing. For SpokeTV, I'm Patricia Lico.
It was a beautiful day for the Canadian Snowcross Racing Association's latest competition. Chris Rook talked to the organizers and competitors at Chicopee Ski Hill.
Even with the snow melting, Snowcross riders were in abundance at the Canadian Snowcross Riders Association Series, sponsored by Rockstar at Chicopee Ski Hill this weekend. Snowcross is a sport involving racing specialized high-performance snowmobiles on artificially made tracks. Riders from all over Canada come to compete in this extreme competition, hopefully getting national recognition if they win. Kenna Van, race director of the Canadian Snowcross, talks about the competition, the age range for it, and the injuries.
This is the 8th round, and the guys are going for national championships, so he's going to be a top rider in their particular class or division for 2013. So we have 26 classes of racing, from 4-year-old kids all the way up to the world-class professionals. And then also the racers have to wear some really great equipment, some tech vests, proper helmet and goggles and everything they need to have to make them as safe as possible. So the injuries are actually very far and few between. As I said, it's very physical and rough.
It takes a special kind of person to take a 3,000-pound snowmobile and throw it over a jump. We spoke with some of the riders at this weekend's competition to find out just how insane they really are.
Pro rider Jeremy Van Dold talks to us about what it takes to become a pro.
I grew up on sleds when I was little and worked my way up from there. My brother started racing, and that's how I got into it and kind of took it from there and worked my way up through the classes. And yeah, now I'm racing the pro class. And yeah, it's pretty extreme. The tracks get pretty gnarly, and if you come up short on some of those jumps, it bucks you off. And that snow looks soft, but it definitely isn't soft. There's a lot of good injuries from that.
Overall, the weekend was a success, from the great crowd to the loads of intense entertainment for everyone involved. Stay tuned for some of these up-and-coming riders to appear in the Sochi 2014 Olympics representing Canada. For SpokeTV, I'm Chris Rook.
Living in a computer-dominated society, jobs requiring manual labor have been neglected by youth looking to enter into the workforce. Kate Childs examines how the Canadian government is trying to get more students involved in trades.
It might not look like a glamorous job, but someone has to do it. The Canadian government is trying to encourage citizens to try a trade. Offering plenty of grants, bursaries, and loans, it's hard to refuse.
Most students come out of school with $25,000 to $30,000 in debt in student fees after graduating. If you want to be hired right out of school, it's worthwhile to look at what jobs have the most high demand. If you go into trades, there's a very likely chance that you will have an opportunity to be hired right after graduating.
Many students take exciting programs, but fail to consider employment opportunities after graduating. The unemployment rate for students between the ages of 15 to 24 is double the unemployment rate of all Canadians. At Conestoga College, construction techniques such as plumbers and electricians have 71% working in their respective career. Jobs such as pipe fitters, electricians, iron workers, or welding have job security, good pay, and plenty of options. So why do students choose the trades?
Co-op through high school, I enjoyed the work and figure I may as well get some qualifications before I actually get into the trade.
I took the course because it was either this or being a plumber, and I really didn't feel like dealing with crap all day.
I just always liked the trades, and electrical seemed challenging and interesting, and that's kind of what spurred the interest.
Some may be confused on how these jobs are a practical choice, especially with the stigma around them.
Hard labor and long hours, and the money might be good, but I don't think it's worth not enjoying your career.
You're working with a team, and the team has a leader, and you follow the leader's idea, not your own. They don't want to hear things of your own idea, just do the job.
Either way, the government wants to tackle the issues of students not making enough to pay their student debt. For SpokeTV, I'm Kate Childs.
A big part of trade jobs involve hands-on learning at the post-secondary level. Camila Rivero takes a walk through the halls of Conestoga College to examine its benefits.
The benefits of hands-on learning are usually one of the main features that attract students to college instead of university. There are certain sets of skills that can't be taught from a book. Conestoga College's Interprofessional Resources Manager, Gary Shepard, explains how some programs like nursing have benefited from this method of learning.
So before they used to do theory for 3 hours and then maybe the next day come to lab. Now they do a little bit of theory, can go across the hall, put it into practice right away, and then they can go do a little more theory and then back into the lab.
The days of sitting in a classroom and learning from a textbook are coming to an end. Advances in technology have allowed students to get real hands-on experience in their education.
In there we use mannequins, and it's a real-time experience. It happens now. If they make a mistake, we don't stop them. So it's a safe place to practice with people, with our mannequins who we consider to be people. But if they do something bad to one of them, we can reboot the computer.
First-year television broadcast student Leo Ganchoki, who went to university before coming to Conestoga, says the difference is very noticeable.
Now I could go out and do a job, like even though I haven't finished my studying here and stuff. So like even now I know how to do so much stuff in the TV studio. I could just hop into like another TV studio and kind of just at least know something. Reading about stuff doesn't really help me with the learning process.
Conestoga offers a broad range of programs that use a combination of desk work and hands-on learning to enhance the college experience for its students. For SpokeTV, I'm Camila Rivera.
With the Kitchener Rangers heading into playoffs, Chris Rook hooks us up with some OHL action.
Rangers are in town for their first home playoff game this year. In the first, on the power play, Ryan Murphy puts Kitchener ahead with his goal. Guelph storms back with 2 quick goals to give them the 2-1 lead. Rangers come back with a few quick ones to give them the eventual 5-2 win over the Storm, giving them the 1-0 series lead. We spoke with the goal scorer, Matt Pummel, after the game.
We talked right before that to get pucks to the net, and he did that. Unfortunately, after there was a rebound there with a lot of traffic, and I was able to put it home.
Fans are back in town for Game 2 on Sunday as the Rangers jump out to an early 2-0 lead. The big story in this game, however, was goalie John Gibson, who made 46 saves for his first shutout of the postseason. We had a chance to speak with first star of the game, Gibson, post-game, who talked about Guelph's game plan of getting in space.
We know their game plan. We know the way they want to play. I think we're just trying to stick to our game plan. We want to play our game and the way we drew things up, and that's what we've been doing. I mean, it's been successful.
Another physical game here at the auditorium as the Kitchener Rangers rout the Guelph Storm 2-0. They travel to Guelph tomorrow to face off again at 7 o'clock. We're expecting more of the same. For SpokeTV, I'm Chris Rook.
That's all we have for you this week. For SpokeTV, I'm Marcus Wolf.
And I'm Allie Brogan. For more local and campus news, visit spokeonline.com.